everyone, hope you have a really good half term. This is your forest school lesson for the week after half term, and unfortunately the weather still isn't great. We should have, if you remember, when we were in the polytunnel, we planted our beautiful daffodil bulbs, but unfortunately that hasn't happened. We did plant some in water and stones, and hopefully they'll be growing. And I kept some back, a nice big net of them, which I kept in the fridge. The reason why I kept them in the fridge because it was dark and it was cool, and hopefully it would stop some of the bulbs starting to grow. But even then, despite that, some of them are still starting to sprout. So rather than them go to waste, I'm going to use it for today's lesson. I've got some old plant pots which will be fine for this year, and next year I'll plant these bulbs somewhere a little bit more practical, but this is a saving exercise because I hate anything going to waste. Now I've got my gloves on. Normally I only put gloves on if I'm planting, if I'm using soil straight from the garden or from my compost bin, because I don't know what nasties might be in there. However, today I've got a cut on my finger, so I'm using bought compost, but I'm still keeping my gloves on. Okay, so I'm putting 1, 2, it's okay about the tablecloth getting mucky, it's last year's, I will replace it when the summer comes. 3 and 4. Okay, can you see that? So it's about a third of the way up. Because we haven't got much of a root system, but we have got some growth, I'm going to plant them a little bit deeper so that the roots can start to establish. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, take my glove off. There we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now to see, I've got 2 circles of bulbs there. And what I'm now going to do, I'm going to cover them up. I'm not going to pack them down because I don't want to break any of the growth that they've already got. But what I'm also going to do is I have a plant that I'd like to flower this year. And it's been sitting in a pot for quite some time doing not a fat lot. So I've put quite a bit of compost on, and you can't see where they are now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this peony. It's starting to grow. I'm going to tip it upside down. See, it's quite soggy because it's been on the table. Still got a decent good root system. Make a slight indentation. Pop that on, and then put compost up to the level that was inside the pot, so that you won't get any root and stem rot, hopefully. And that, I'm just going to give this a bit of a tap to get rid of all the air pockets. Press it down slightly, consolidate it, and there we have it. One planted up plant. It doesn't look like that much, but it'll look beautiful later in the year. Now I've got some questions for you, so let's hope you were listening. I pressed down the compost. What is that special word for pressing down? How many bulbs have I planted? I did count them, remember? And What colour will these bulbs be? They're called daffodils. Google it, ask your parents, ask your family, and see what colour those daffodils will hopefully be. Right. What I would also ask you is, when you answer your questions, is you use full sentences. So instead of, for instance, let me think, blue, if you think daffodils are blue, don't just say blue, you say daffodils are blue. Or you could say the word used for pressing down is, and then the word. Okay, so it's a lovely sentence for our forest school work. And if you have any bulbs yourself, have a look in the garden to see if they've started to come up. I've got another pot there that I'm going to do exactly the same with, and hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have a beautiful display of daffodils. See you soon. Bye.